of men gathered under Lord's...
Hey, thanks for coming. I know you're busy. Great! Glad to hear it. I've got some special meals prepared for you today. Remember what I said about continuing to work the fields? Well, I managed to get enough for a meal, so I had them cook it up for you. It's all as fresh as can be. Eat as much as you want. Where I'm from, we do these harvest festivals each year. Boy, that brings back memories. Wonder how the folks are doing back home. The vegetables we grew there were so fresh, too, like you wouldn't believe. We helped each other out and worked hard, so we had some amazing harvests. But then, some no-good bureaucrat came around and told us to give it to him. Kids went hungry when we got hit with droughts, but that was nothing compared to being leeched on by greedy officials. Appreciate the anger, but you know, we all ended up just accepting it. We were already so tired from working in the fields, you know. We thought that's just the way things are. So when we met Lord Cao Cao, now that was a surprise. Whenever I look at him, I feel like our hard work really will end up paying off one day. He's an amazing man, someone we gotta protect. If I can work the fields again, under Lord Cao Cao's rule, I'll be happy. And you can help me dig up dirt. Sounds great, huh? And we can even take naps after working the fields. I bet we can work a really big place with the two of us. Oops, the food's getting cold. Let's eat already. There's plenty here to fill ourselves up on. Food, hopes, and dreams. Eh?
Lord Shichu started a field nearby, working on it whenever he can. What an admirable man.
Have you heard? They say there's a dragon living up in the mountains of Jing province.
Liu Thong was surprisingly quick to make his decision. He hung his head and surrendered as soon as he realized his cause was lost.
Liu Bei and his people escaped from Xiangyang. Now he is heading for Jiangxia, no doubt to appeal for aid from Liu Qi, Liu Song's older brother.
Liu Bei and his people? That is unusual for both the leader and the peasants who willingly follow him.
Not for Liu Bei. He has the power to sway people to his will. It is not surprising he is able to command such loyalty.
I would scarce believe it possible, but the evidence is there before us, and I cannot deny it. Now quickly, gather your best men and go after him. We cannot let him reach Jiangxia under any circumstances.
Victory on the battlefield is worth any cost.
Go and get them.
Look! It's Cao Cao's army! Cao Cao has come!
We don't have time to worry about the peasants. Hurry after Liu Bei.
You won't be reaching Lord Liu Bei without cutting me down first!
I admire your spirit, but we will pass. Mark my words.
You finally caught up. Now to go after Liu Bei.
Cao Cao soldiers! Someone help us!
Looking rough.
You go ahead, brother. Zhao Yun and I shall hold them here.
Very well. But you have to return alive and unharmed, you hear?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
We're saved! Let's run while we can!
Okay. Let's go.
Somebody, please help! Lord Liu Bei's son, Ado! He's been left behind!
Lord Zhangfei, let me go. We hold the position here. I shall bring back Ado. Forward, march!
Cowardly servants of Cao Cao, heed my words. Here stands Zhang Fei of Yan.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated. We managed to cut them off just like Lord Jiashu said. I'll keep Liu Bei occupied. Got this. Let's go.
The battle is more or less going as expected. We should make our way to Lord Liu Bei.
All right, let's catch up to Liu Bei while we can.
We cannot stop here. We must keep pushing on.
Huh? You thought you could just get past me? You'll never reach Liu Bei. Fight the mighty Zhang Fei of Yan. I'll take the table's turn. Feel my wrath! Time to end this!
This can't be.
All right, let's catch up to Liu Bei while we can.
Let's get serious. We cannot stop here. We must keep pushing on.
Huh? You thought you could just get past me? You'll never reach Liu Bei! Like the mighty Chang Fei again! I'll take you all out! Feel my wrath!
Looking rough. Now.
Time to end this!
Going down.
All right, let's catch up to Liu Bei while we can.
Got this. We cannot stop here. We must keep pushing on.
Huh? You thought you could just get past me? You'll never reach Liu Bei! Like the mighty Chang Fei again! Yep.
Whoa, gotta be quicker than that. This'll do. Take this.
Feel my wrath!
Now. Looking rough.
You're done for! I'll take
Gotta be quicker than that. I see you. Time to act. Let's end this.
What is this?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
The battle is more or less going as expected. We should make our way to Lord Liu Bei.
Let's go, Hana. It's good to see you unharmed. I, Zhao Yun, shall protect you with my life. Forward march!
Damn it! I gotta retreat for now. I hope you can get away safely, brother. Stop where you are! Going anywhere! I'll make sure you fall by my sword!
We have no time to waste on the likes of you. Out of our way! Okay, time to end this! No choice but to retreat. This is tough, no matter how you slice it. Sacred Hurt protect us. All my might.
This has been brutal. I don't know how much more I can take.
Now, let's get it. I am a dragon burning with fury, and I will rip apart any who dare to get in my way!
As if my blade was cutting nothing but air! Truly formidable.
How about this? Zhuge Liang, you've made it. Discussions in Jiangxia went well, I take it?
My apologies for the wait. We've come with forces borrowed from Jiangxia.
Without issue, Lord Guan Yu should arrive in due time with reinforcements.
I got this!
The time is now!
There we go!
Liu Bei must not be allowed to escape.
All forces are to pursue him with every man available. Now advance!
That's Cao Cao's main force. It's over for us if they catch up to us. We must hurry!
Entering here. And you go alone? I don't think we're getting out of this easily.
Truly embarrassing spectacle. Still, thank you for
The
your
enemy officer has been defeated.
Sorry, I couldn't be of assistance.
All my might. The enemy officer
I leave the
has
rest
been
up
defeated.
to you.
All my might.
Can't believe it.
The enemy
I
officer
know now how
has been
ill-prepared I
defeated.
was. I will retreat.
Is this the end for me? Time to end through all the sacrifices my comrades have made for me. This is how I repay them. All my might.
Good eye.
The enemy officer
Lord Liu Bei
has been defeated.
We'll hold them off. Escape while you can. Show our children and grandchildren. Show them a world in which they can live freely and without strife.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I will make it a reality.
So he managed to get away.
Let's go.
A man of Liu Bei's capabilities is a threat indeed. So, Liu Bei's escaped us again.
I truly thought we had him. It should have been over.
So now what?
There's no point continuing this chase any further. We would just be sacrificing more men.
It pains me to say it, but I agree. I'll gather our troops and withdraw to Shangyang.
Good. Liu Bei, just as I foresaw, you have become the main obstacle standing in my way. But if you insist on taking to the skies like a dragon, you leave me no choice but to shoot you down. It is down to fate now. When we meet again, we will find out once and for all which of us has been chosen by the heavens.
What a battle. I can scarcely believe all that happened. Lord Cao Yun, charging alone through Cao Cao's camp. Lord Teng Fei, standing alone and fighting what seemed like an entire army. Despite knowing the danger, the people of Xiangyang were following Lord Liu Bei all the way to Jiangxia. I doubt anyone ever imagined such a thing was possible. Did you? Yes, exactly. I think so too. Only those who have experienced it themselves can understand the mysterious sway that Lord Liu Bei holds over the people. People's hearts are a strange and puzzling thing. With heart alone, a mediocre warrior can transform himself into an army of one, while powerless peasants can be turned into a mighty army. That is why Cao Cao fears Lord Liu Bei, his power to sway the hearts of the people. That alone makes him more formidable than the mightiest warrior. But then, hearts are also fickle and change like the wind. Lord Cao Cao seeks to govern the world with reason. This is a firmer foundation. That is why I believe he is the stronger of the two. But which of these two ways will sway the people? Which path does the world seek from its heroes? Perhaps the next battle will provide the answer.
Liu Bei has moved from Jiangxia to Fangkou. He may be seeking refuge with the Sun clan.
The Sun clan. They were in their prime under Sun Ce, but since the succession, they have been weakened by internal conflict and intrigue.
That said, Wu remains one of the most powerful forces in the realm today, comparable only to ourselves and to Liu Jiang of Bashu. I imagine Liu Bei is carefully considering who to ally with against us. Liu Jiang or Sun Quan?
Of those two, Sun Quan is the clear choice. Consider his officers, Cheng Pu, Huang Gai, and Heng Dong, followed by Zhou Yu and Lu Su. A fine mix of age and wisdom with youth and intelligence.
Yes, but we have the superior force and an overwhelming advantage in numbers. We could try to contact Wu and ask for their surrender.
Yes. If they were wise and the terms were fair, they would surely consider it, especially once they see the size of our army.
It's worth a try. Send an envoy. Sun Jian or Sun Ce would simply reject the offer no matter the terms. But with Sun Quan in charge, perhaps they will listen to reason.
And if they do refuse our terms, we will simply apply pressure on the Sun clan and fracture their coalition.
Yes, and while we wait for a reply, we can continue training our naval forces.
Our troops are men of the plains, not the sea. We need experienced naval officers to make them into seafarers.
Wu is located on the banks of the Yangtze River, and they likely have sailors aplenty. Whereas I doubt our army holds a single experienced mariner.
Perhaps we could enlist the help of the officers we captured in Jing. Many of them are well-versed in naval matters.
We have little choice in the matter. We cannot avoid a fight on the river and will need their aid. Reorganize our forces, taking into account our disadvantage on the water. We want as many ships and men as we can afford. This may be our only opportunity to smash those who oppose us in one fell swoop. We cannot afford to let it slip from our grasp.
I did not expect them to reject our terms. A wandering general with barely an army to his name convinced them to join him in fighting the greatest army in the realm.
By sheer force of will, he's dragged a whole nation into his war. Liu Bei's is as troublesome as I feared.
What say you, my lord? It is no small matter to go to war against a nation as powerful as Wu.
It changes nothing. Our goal remains the same. We will continue the naval training and trust in our strategy to win the day. If we fool ourselves into thinking he is guided by anything other than emotion and instinct, the road to victory will be hard. We can only defeat Liu Bei with our own logic and reason.
Why, if it isn't Shishu? How long has it been?
Pangtong, what brings you here?
I'm here to respond to an offer. Lord Cao Cao has asked me to join his army.
You too, eh?
You don't sound pleased, Shishu. As long as I've known you, you've always chosen the difficult road. I wish you'd try doing what you want more often.
What I want? Well, that's easier said than done. I'm no sleeping dragon, nor am I a fledgling phoenix. I've neither talons to catch the clouds, nor wings to soar through the sky. I'm bound to land, a humble woodlouse hurrying about its business.
No man is without shackles, no matter how free he thinks he is. That goes for peasants, generals, and yes, even Zhuge Liang. But even shackled, it is up to each of us to decide how to make the most of our situation.
Oh?
Yes, dragons and phoenixes soar through the sky, but we must not overlook the mice and lice scurrying upon the ground. They may sometimes gaze up at the great flying beasts with envy, but then they grit their teeth and carry on with their own business. That is how you've always been, and I admire you for it.
Lord Pangtong, Lord Cao Cao wishes to see you. He is waiting in his tent.
Duty calls, and this old phoenix must heed the summons. Until next time, then.
Pangtong.
It's you. But I suppose it's only natural we'd run into each other. What about them? We parted ways. When two men have different aspirations, it's only natural that they each follow their own path, which is what we've decided to do. These are turbulent times, after all. Your own path's taken a few twists and turns, hasn't it? No man under heaven has the right to gainsay another man's path, not when he's chosen it of his own volition. This path that I'm on now, well, it's the one I've chosen, and I won't be stepping off it, no matter what anyone says.
We have enough ships and enough men. We also have the fledgling Phoenix's plan and an insider. We've done all we can to prepare.
But even so, the joint forces of Sun Quan and Liu Bei are deployed on the Yangtze River and at Chibi, ready and waiting for our assault. Soldiers are valuable, not to be sacrificed. If the enemy were wise, they would never fight a battle that they thought they were destined to lose.
So you're saying they see a path to victory?
In numbers, we have the overwhelming advantage, but we must entertain the idea that they have devised the means to level the odds.
That makes sense. But what could it be?
Here, what worries me most is the chance of a fire attack. A massive fleet of vessels, packed tight on a river, will be a tempting target. But such an attack is risky. It's more than just setting a few fires amongst the enemy. Flame is a fickle enemy. Depending on the direction of the wind, the blaze can easily be swept towards one's own ships and men. The great Sun Tzu himself warned that fire attacks should only be used under certain circumstances.
The direction of the prevailing winds on the Yangtze seemed to preclude the possibility of a fire attack. For this reason, I too support Lord Pangtong's proposal. We should chain our ships together and form a stable platform across the river.
This would address the problem of our soldiers getting seasick. But what if the winds were to change direction?
I doubt that would happen. It's not impossible, I grant you that, but still, unlikely.
Which is why we will be counting on you. we may have cause to call upon your power as the Guardian of Peace.
You have the power to read the movement of the air itself, yes? Which means you'll be able to tell us the instant the winds change direction. Thank you. We are counting on you.
I've been relying on your extraordinary talents for a long time now, ever since we fought the Yellow Turbans many moons ago. You mustn't forget that more than any man, I know exactly what you're capable of. Now is the time to claim the mantle of greatness. After all, you are my Zluan, remember?
When you fight, your life is on the line.
I once was a thief, I'll admit it. But now I'm...
I would love to live through this.
Well,